What is up, guys, and welcome back to an episode of the F1 Clash 2024 series. We're here for episode number 10 today. We have finally hit the double-digit mark. If you guys did miss the previous episode, definitely be sure to go check that out before you see this one. As you can see here, we're opening up some consecutive gold crates. This was a compensation give from Hutch after apparently some sprint race problems. So, yeah, this was quite a long time ago, but we are getting some new components for the car. As you can see, we got some new brakes then for the car, and continue just to get some more assets. Not like we're going to be able to upgrade them, really considering the fact that we don't have a lot of coins, but it is nice getting these new assets in a push to try and make our car even better. If you guys did miss the previous episode, as I said, be sure to go check it out. We had some nice wins for ourselves, so we are looking a lot better in terms of performance, and I hope that we can continue this up into the next couple of races here. Of course, Series 3, we don't have too bad of a lineup, but I think our main struggle right now is just going to be trying to see if we can match up with decent opponents, because there have been times where we have matched up with some pretty strong opponents, and we can't necessarily rely on the fact that we have those super strong boosts to carry us all the time here. You can clearly see, though, a bit off topic, that the brakes here are a lot better than the current brakes that we have, and we're also able to open up the gold crate that we earned in the previous episode, getting us some more assets, some more boosts, and some potentially some more buckaroos as well to use. Yeah, in terms of what I was saying before, you can't really be able to rely on those powerful boosts all the time. And case in point here, we're going against a guy with a team score of 427, so we'll probably have to be forced, unfortunately, to use it. But we are at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, so hopefully we will have a shot at taking some decent performance here. We are rocking Alexander Albon and Kevin Magnussen. Magnussen is making his return to the lineup, and so far it's looking not too bad for us. Albon and Magnussen qualifying 12th and 13th respectively, with Hulkenberg and Bottas, our rival, qualifying in 15th and 21st respectively here. Looking through the boost to see what we have. We are going to start Albon on the soft tires because he is actually higher up on the grid, so hopefully we can get us decent start. Also, Magnussen has much better tire wear compared to Albon, so it'll be a lot easier for him to pull off the one stop. And you can see us using the SAR boost, even though we actually only had one. I actually rethought about our decision. We're actually going to get him onto the medium tires there, just for a bit more aggression. We have 7 of the SAR boost, 12 of the old boost for Albon, so this should be decent. Lights out, and we are underway. It's a decent start for both of the drivers here. At the moment, they make their ways into turns 1 and 2, and we are pretty much holding station as to where we're off the start. Albon, though, making a couple moves here up into 10th place, and meanwhile Magnussen has dropped to 14th, but we are still in the lead, quote-unquote, from our rival, looking to try and maintain a bit of pace here as Albon makes his way into the heart of Sector 2 here, making his way up into 9th place. Very nice move there on the Aston Martin. As for Kevin Magnussen, he's kind of just chilling at the moment. That star boost really does help there with the tire wear, so luckily we can try to see if we can preserve his tires. I think it gets like a plus 25% to plus 25 stat boost to the tire management. So if all goes well, we could probably see him pull off a one stop here, considering the fact that he already has very, very good tire management to begin with. As for Albon, though, since he is the lead driver, he is decent at overtaking. We are going to be putting him onto another set of soft tires, committing to the 2-stop factor in this race. And as for Magnussen, just continuing to maintain his pace with the medium tires. Albon's under a bit of pressure from the guys behind, but luckily we're not actually doing a too bad of a job here. As for our rival, he's sitting in P18 and P19 at the moment, so again, these powerful boosts are helping, but I would like to probably preserve them a little bit there as we approach into the later part of Series 3 and Series 4. Of course, we are getting new assets, we are getting stronger assets, but the payoff for the series is not really that high, unfortunately, so we're going to have to see if we can manage that. We're going to put Magnussen then onto another set of tires, again, committing to that one stop here, as Albon will come out of the pits on a fresh set then of soft tires. He comes out roughly in P14, and so he'll be looking to try and capitalize on a couple positions here. Magnussen, though, is flying at the moment, considering the fact that we did put him on attack for most of that first sector, so he is looking pretty good. As for Albon, he is struggling to make his way there, just a little bit there, but Albon will eventually make his way past Alexander Albon into 13th place, getting a nice little camera shot view as Albon makes a nice overtake there on the Ferrari there of Carlos Sainz, only to lose that position immediately then. But we are holding steadfast at the moment. Madison is coming into the pits there. Medium tires off, medium tires on. So we have the confidence with Madison to hold on to those medium tires until the end. So it'll just be a matter to see where he ends up at the end of the race. We are going to be putting Albon through one more round of pit stops at the end of lap 4. And as for Madison, at this point, he's just chilling here. Well, all we have to do is just simply bring him home. His pit stops are done, and he is sitting comfortably then in 6th place. So the one stop definitely is a stronger strategy to use around here. But considering the fact that Albon doesn't have the greatest tire management stat, and because of the fact that this track is very, very long, it is super, super taxing on tires, unfortunately. So doing a 2-stop is not too bad as long as we can mitigate the traffic and also have enough charge to blast through some of these corners. Making our way into the final quarter, then Albon will come into the pits. Madison will continue to stay out as he is up into 4th place here. So on the verge of a podium in case any of the other drivers will pit at the end of this lap. Soft tires on for Alex Albon. He'll be going to the end of the race. 2 laps to go. Excuse me there. Losing my voice there just a little bit, but we can continue going. Madison, as I said, he is chilling in 4th. We are charging up both of their batteries for one last dash here around the Jeddah Corniche circuit, and Madison will make his way into the final quarter then. Looking pretty solid, the Danish driver here. As for Albon, he's just sitting in P13 at the moment. He's not too far behind a couple other competitors, so we'll be able to hopefully get a move on here. As for our rival, his Bottas there is out of tires, so I don't know what he was exactly thinking. I think he's probably given up at this point, so he's just letting the drivers run their courses, unfortunately. And as for Albon, he's sitting in P14 at the moment. We did let someone overtake him because he was unconcerned, but now that we have the attack mode, we can go ahead and get right after them. As for, well, our opponent, he is continuing to have this guy out on old set of tires, and it's really starting to hurt us here as we cannot get past there. Gasly and his Bottas actually blocks us, so maybe the team orders there inadvertently. As for Madison, he's actually up into P3. We didn't see that, but Madison has moved into the podium spot. He will come home then in P3. So a very strong result for the Danish driver. Then Albon, all he has to do is just make it home on the set of tires here. He should have enough battery and also enough tire life just to make sure that he comes home. We do have a couple drivers that are right behind us here at the moment, but we should hold this position successfully. And we will cross the line in P11 as well. And you can see that his Hulkenberg is on wet tires on a dry track. So not exactly sure what the Ferrari strategists were thinking about there, but it is a win for us. I'm not going to complain too much. We will finish this race with P3 and P11, 36 points to our name. Our opponent will come across the line and finish his race. So another strong result for the team, considering the fact that we were had the lower team score here. Unfortunately, we'll get a standard crate for our efforts, but now we do have enough money to upgrade Madison up into level number 4. He has a much better stats overall. We are thinking of using Gasly actually, but I thought better of it, and let's just continue moving on then with Albon and Madison. This is a very, very strong team, and coming into this next race, we do have some decent competition to contend with here at the moment, and it is going to be again at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Hopefully looking to try and continue our hot momentum through this series as well. To make our way into the qualifying lap, then both the drivers looking pretty solid at the moment compared to our rivals. This is a closer battle between the rivals that we have. 15th and 16th for Madison, Albon. Sargent and Madison are the drivers that he is using. On the other hand, he will be going from 17th and 20th respectively. As for the tire management, we're going to do a similar strategy here with the drivers. We're going to put Albon on the soft tires, considering the fact that he has a lower race there, also because he's lower on the grid compared to Madison. So this could also be a chance for him to gain some extra places off the start. And as for Madison, we're going to be giving him another tire wear boost just to make sure that he makes his way through. We are using Unstoppable and Lumberjack, some pretty powerful boosts there, considering the fact that we are ahead of our opponent. But in order to make the one stop work, we have to give him the tire management stat for Kevin Madison and for Albon to make sure he stays up through the field. We'll be able to give him an overtaking boost as we make our way into turn 1. Then Albon here, actually, I put him onto Madison. He is on the medium tire, so he is the one making his way through the field. He is up in P12, and with Albon up into 16th now. So the tire driver not looking too bad at the moment, as Madison now moves up into 11th there. The Danish driver, I should say, is doing a pretty solid job off the start. As for Albon, he is simply chilling in P16, holding station to where he qualified, of course. So this isn't looking too bad then for the drivers at the moment, just looking to try and maintain pace. He is sandwiched, though, between the rivals, so it looks like we'll be trying to get past them ASAP. Our rival is using self-control boost for both of his drivers there, so we'll see how his strategy plays out compared to us. Of course, we do have the stronger boost, obviously, compared to him, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies that I can't speak. Our rival is going to be deploying here, and his rival is actually making his way through the pack at the moment. Albon's trying to follow suit as well in order to mitigate any losses in the points so far. And for Albon, he's actually doing a pretty good job there, overtaking there very nicely up into P13. Yes, he does have the overtaking boost, but still a very nice move there into that left-right-hander. And as for Albon, he will be coming into the pits at the end of the sub. Madison will be continuing to stay out one more lap there as he comes across the line. We're going to be pitting him onto the next lap, then pitting him onto the hard tires there, just to make sure that he makes it to the end in one piece there. Last race we did put him on the medium tires, but just to make sure that he has the longevity of the tires and the ability to push towards the end, and we won't have to worry too much about Tyler. 5.3 seconds there for Albon there as he comes out in P17, then just behind the rival. But we do have a bit of extra battery charge to play around with compared to our rival, so we'll be looking to try and get ahead of him ASAP at the moment here. He draws alongside there for about half a second, but backs out of it. So maybe the Tide driver thinking about a different move here in a different place here. Albon still holding on to P17. Madison comes into the picture. He's currently in P4. Make that P6 now as he makes his way into the box. So we'll see where he comes out at the end of this. Medium tires off, hard tires on, and he comes out, I think, around P8 or so P10. It will eventually be at the end. As for Albon, putting him back onto the soft compounded tires to finish off the race at full blast there. As for Madison, he is simply chilling now in P10. And all we have to do here is just simply focus on bringing home Albon and bringing home both our drivers to secure some more points. And, well, Madison right now, he's looking a bit slow at the moment, considering the fact that the hard tires are the slowest tire, but I think he should be okay once he gets to the end. As for Albon, he is still flying with this unstoppable boost that does give boost to overtaking, speed, and power units. So this is definitely a huge boost for him, considering the fact that the Jeddah Corniche circuit is one that does require a lot to see, but it does require a decent amount of cornering, especially in Sector 1, to make it through those corners very fast. And as for Magnussen here, he is sitting in 7th at the moment, as Albon now goes back on to the soft tires. 5.3 seconds in the box here. He will come out in P18 there. As for our rival, he actually has, I think, yet to pit one of his drivers. And momentarily, he's actually leading this Grand Prix here, so maybe we'll have to definitely get a move on here at the moment. But I think one of his drivers is still yet to pit, though, so we could be capitalizing on a couple extra positions here. As for Madison here, he's making his way into the final corner here, and Albon now makes his way back up into 17th place, so he will be able to maintain 17th, I think, hopefully. And since of the fact that we are now in these positions, we do maintain the lead over our rival. And as for our rival, I think he will be pitting potentially at the end of this lap, or he might be staying out right now, so he'll be trying to leg it out this one stop with both of his drivers, or whatever strategy he was thinking. So we'll have to see how it plays out in the end. But right now, we are just mainly focused on trying to keep these drivers in the positions they're in, or for Albon really to overtake, because I think his drivers are close to a couple other opponents as well. But a quick check of the standings sees us in with 32 points, so we should be totally fine here as we make our way across the line. Gonna be, well, single file here. So Leclerc does a very good job blocking both of us there. We get a bit of a push there, I think, from one of the Mercedes, but we do finish in P5 for Madison here. Albon coming across the line in P13 there, so another victory then for us as we continue to march our way through Series 3 across the line. Very nice, so he will run out of tires just at the end, but we should be okay. That is going to be it then for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel here. I hope you guys do enjoy the series, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. We're getting very close to the end of Series 3. Let's see what we got.